This video demonstrates the new Insulation Diagnostic System D100 device. D100 is designed for testing power transformers in reactors, instrument transformers, bushings, high-voltage breakers, arresters, and capacitors in factory and field conditions. It measures the tan delta or power factor and capacitance. With the device, you can also measure the dependence of insulation parameters and voltage or frequency, the no-load current, and the transformer turns ratio when using an additional capacitor. The instrument is placed in a compact suitcase with wheels for convenient transportation. All the necessary cables are packed in an easy-to-carry bag. We prefer convenience, simplicity, and safety when working with the device. It has several levels of protection for maximum personnel safety. The high-voltage supply is locked if the grounding of the device is connected correctly. The protective grounding cable must be connected to the grounding bus bar of the measuring object. The power cable must be connected to an outlet with a protective ground contact. There are two measuring connectors on the front panel of the device, IX1 and IX2. Depending on the test mode, you must connect one or two cables. A safety switch is provided to ensure personnel safety. The instrument won't work if the cable with this switch is not connected to the corresponding connector on the front panel of the device. If the switch is initially released or is absent, the high-voltage supply is locked. Press the switch to unlock it. The emergency stop button is located on the front panel of the device and is used for emergency removal of the operating voltage and shutdown of the testing process in dangerous and unforeseen situations. When the emergency stop button is pressed, the high-voltage supply is locked. It is necessary to rotate the button to unlock it. Also, you can order a safety strobe light that is connected to the corresponding socket. When high voltage is applied to the measuring circuit, the safety strobe light emits light and sound signals. Connect the high-voltage cable to the appropriate socket on the front panel of the device. The design of the device provides that voltage is present only at the end of the high-voltage cable. All available current carrying parts are not under high voltage. D100 operates on AC power with a rated voltage from 100 to 240 volts and a frequency of 50 or 60 Hz. The outlet that powers D100 must have a protective grounding contact. Let's connect the cables to the measuring object. In our case, it is a voltage transformer. High-voltage cables can be connected with a hook or clamp tips. You can use various tips with the measuring cable: a small clamp, a large clamp, and an adapter for connecting to the bushing tab. The test process is controlled directly from the touch screen located on the main panel of the D100. D100 takes measurements in the following modes: insulation test, in which the capacitance of the tested insulation section is measured, and tan delta or power factor. Tip-up test is intended to determine the dependence of the tan delta or power factor on the applied voltage. Frequency sweep test is intended to determine the dependence of the tan delta or power factor on frequency at a test voltage from 100 volts to 4 kV in the frequency range from 15 to 400 Hz. The excitation current test is intended to measure the no-load current and inductance. The transformer turns ratio test is intended to measure the transformer turns ratio for single-phase excitation. In the insulation test mode, it performs measurement settings. Go to Settings and indicate that we're working with frequency deviation to suppress interference current. Select deviation frequency. Select the voltage of the test. select the test mode. The device performs temperature correction of the measurement results, bringing the measured value to 20 degrees. To do this, enter the temperature dependence of the measured dielectric and specify the current temperature value. By default, one type of dielectric is registered in the device. It is oil. If necessary, you can choose different types of dielectrics. You can measure many parameters with this device. The sequence of the measurement results can be changed. All settings are done. Let's start testing. During the test process, the device automatically performs measurements at 2 frequencies. The adaptive filtering algorithm reduces the test time at low interference currents and the high level of suppression at high interference currents. The measurement results can be archived. In this case, you can fill in the object profile by entering the appropriate identifiers. It is possible to determine the dependence of insulation parameters on voltage and the dependence of insulation parameters on frequency. In this mode, the no-load current is measured at a test voltage of up to 12 kV. The transformer turns ratio is measured in 2 stages. In the first stage, the device measures the parameters of the measuring capacitor. In the second stage, the excitation is applied to the high voltage winding. The measuring capacitor is connected to a low voltage winding. The transformer turns ratio is calculated based on the measurement results at the first and second stages. Use a built-in USB port to export measurement results to a PC using flash memory. The Insulation Diagnostic System D100 is a modern, reliable, safe, and user-friendly device for diagnosing high-voltage equipment. The device provides high measurement accuracy over a wide temperature range in the field with high levels of interference. Special protection methods ensure maximum safety when working with the device. The advantages of our equipment are accuracy, durability, and reliability of use. Alltest is a company specializing in the development and manufacture of measuring equipment for energy. Please contact us for any information about the device.